Hi everyone, it's Tammy, and I am going to use the stamp set again called Dandelion Wishes from Stampin' Up. It is a really cute stamp set that I like a lot, and I just think it's really versatile, and I can see tons of things happening. And honestly, today I'm sitting here looking at it and I have like 18 million ideas running through my head, but I'm going to use some Distress Oxide ink in Faded Jeans, and I don't need this one anymore because I have one on this. I like to put one on the bottom so I know that it matches that color. I'm also going to use the Night of Navy because I need to stamp a sentiment, and I want to use this to stamp my actual stamp, but I want this to be my background, so I'm going to use those together. I also have my Distress water sprayer, and you're going to need a paper towel or something, and I have a napkin over here, or I have a microfiber cloth that I can use if I need that. And I have some Whisper White paper. So let's go ahead and get started cutting the paper. And I want this to be an A2 sized card, as all of my cards mostly are. I am going, actually, you know what, I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. So I'm just putting this in at 4 1/4. And I'm going to take my bone folder and score this. Oops, let me move that up. And then I'm going to cut it at 5 1/2. So that's going to be the card bases for 2 cards. And then I also need to cut a card front. And I know that sounds kind of goofy since I have white, but I am thinking I'm going to do this white. So I'm just cutting this. Actually, I'm going to cut it at 5 7/8. I just want it to be a small border around. And then I'm going to cut this. I'm just going to cut, so let's see, 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/8. And then I'm going to cut it again at 4 1/8. Because I'm making 2 cards, so I'm doing 2 card fronts. So those are going to be the card fronts. And then I also need something to stamp my image on. And so I want this to be, goodness, I think I want it to be the same width. So I want it to be 4 1/8 inches wide. And then I think, let's see, how long do I want it? About to there, so I don't know how long that is, but let's see. I'm just eyeballing it, about 2 1/2, let's say. And I'm going to cut 2 of those as well. And with the number of videos that I make, I really don't put all of the dimensions at the bottom of the page or anything. So if you are interested in the dimensions, just write them down as you hear them, because I do try to tell you what they are, but I don't always just go back and write it down. So I'm going to go ahead and burnish these card bases. So these are ready to go. Now, these will be ready in just a minute. I'm going to take my Night of Navy and I'm going to zhuzh the edges. And this is a technical term called zhushing that I just made up. You could do a layer of the Night of Navy, and I thought about doing that, but then I was like, gosh, that's wasting a whole half sheet of paper. This is how crazy I can be sometimes. That's a whole half sheet of paper when I could just put some ink on it and kind of get the same effect. So that's the way I, and see how it looks like it's really kind of cool. So that's what I did. And I really like this Night of Navy color too. It's one of my, I don't know, I keep saying it's one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites, but I do love it. I love this color. And you know what I really like this color with is like a peach color. I don't even know what peach colors we have now, but I really like it with peach. I never thought that I would. So there's, those 2 are done, and if I wanted to go ahead and put those together, I could, but I'm not going to yet. I am going to take my Distress Oxide ink And I have a piece of just scrap paper down here, and I'm going to take my little tool, I don't even know what that's called, my distress tool, and ink this up, and then I'm going to just pounce all over this. And I don't need it to be really even or anything, just kind of fun like that. So that one's done, and then I'll do the same thing to this next one. Alrighty, and once you have it all covered the way you want, I'm going to just take this off and put it on the bottom so I won't forget to do that. That's a really handy way to keep your tools. And then what I'm going to do is take my 2 sheets and just spray them with this distressed water, and it just kind of puts a nice spritz on. And then I'll take my napkin and hopefully you guys can see what it does. I mean, where the water was, it kind of lifts up the ink a little, and I just think it softens it up and looks kind of neat. Now, if there are areas that you want more on or less on, you can certainly do that. And sometimes even I'll just take it in my hand and I will drip the water down if it will come. My hands are a little dry, I guess. It's absorbing the water before it will drip. Come on. This really does work. Come on, thing. Oh, there it goes. So you can drip it down like in spots maybe that you might know that you want it, and just let it sit there for a second, and then you can lift it up and you can see how it now has those dribbles where you put it. So it's just kind of cool. I love this sprayer because it sprays at a nice mist. It's like that. So then what I'm going to do is I'm finished with the distress ink. Put that to the side. I'm going to take my Night of Navy and I'm going to zhoosh these edges as well. And the reason I'm using ink instead of the distress ink for the stamping and for the edges is just because this distress ink, I don't know, it's not made to do this. It's not, and sometimes when I've stamped it just hasn't stamped right, and I can't tell you why. I'm not a physicist, I don't know. But I just know that it works better if you don't do that. So don't do that. Oh, I still need that. I don't know why I just put that away. Hello, I don't have any images on. So I am just going to take, let's see. I've used I Made a Wish and You Came True. I love that one. Sending Well Wishes Your Way. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to use. Sending Well Wishes Your Way. And I want to use this one. Okay, so I am taking just the little dandelion pieces that are flying through the air on here, and well, I guess I could do it this way, and I'm just going to kind of stamp them randomly. I don't know, I think that's enough. Yeah, I kind of like that. And then I'll do the same thing over here, kind of like they're being blown. And I can put this one away. And then I'm going to take this Night of Navy and put it a little bit more on the bottom. or on the edges, I guess I should say. There we go. I just wanted it to be a little more clear. I keep putting this away and I'm not done with it yet, Tammy. Leave it open. I need to stamp my sentiment, but first, I'm gonna just toss that piece. I am going to adhere these to this. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue, which is not a Stampin' Up! Product either, but I love it, so I am using this. You can use whatever kind of adhesive you like. And I'm going to stamp the sentiment right on this card front. So, sending you well wishes. Oops, I don't want to. I have a little flower on the side because I don't know where its home is. And so I'm just leaving it on there so I won't lose it. Sending well wishes your way. Let me go ahead and send that here. And you know what I should have done was stamp the envelope when I had the other ones out, so I will still do that. So I'm not putting the Night of Navy away yet. Don't put it away, Tammy. Don't put it away. I'm saying it out loud, so I won't do it. I'm just going to put this one down the same way that I did the other one. About like that. And then I will take my card front, or card base, and attach this card front to it. Now if you wanted to put a ribbon on here or something, you could. I love ribbon, but I think I'm going to use some bling this time instead of some ribbon. You could even use both though. And this has a little border around the edge, if you remember. I took just 1/8 of an inch off instead of my normal 1/4 of an inch. Isn't that cute? Gosh, I love it. And it's so fast and easy. And it's fun because you get to play with your ink a little bit. Now, could you do the same thing with just regular ink? I would say no. I think that you could, I mean, you could still make it look cool, but you wouldn't get that water technique that you get with the Distress inks. So that's what that brings. So there is that. Oh, I lost my little lid. I'm forever losing that thing. And then I'm always finding it, but I always lose it, and then I find it. So I'm just going to put that to the side for now. It has to be somewhere. And I'm going to take this. And I have 2 envelopes here. I'm going to take my Night of Navy. And you know what? I threw my piece of paper away too quickly. I'm just going to do it like that, and then I'll write the address over here. There we go. So those are done, and now I'm done stamping, so I can put this away. I can throw this out. I can put my bone folder away, and I can take my cards, throw that away, and some rhinestones. Let's see. Well, I have these. I'm going to use these. You can use whatever rhinestones you like. Oh, That one's upside down, so I'm going to take him off if I can and use him. Why are you upside down, little man? Will you still stick? Nope. You need glue. I'm just going to toss it. Okay, so let's just pull some random. And these are different colors, obviously. I mean, you could use all one color, or you can do what you want. I was thinking clear when I was doing it, but then when I saw these, I thought, you know what, why don't I use some of these pastel-y ones? I think it'll be cute. And I like the odd numbers, so either 3 or 5 of them should do it. I'm not going to use the red or the yellow, but you know, you could if you wanted to. I'm going to see if the 5 looks, if I like the 5 better. I think I might. So I need 2 more. And there we go. These are 2 cards, really quick and easy and fun to make. Sending well wishes your way using Dandelion Wishes. If you guys are interested, found my lid. I do sell Stampin' Up, so I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and if you look for me under the Stampin' Up website, you should find me, TT.Scraps. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.